Make a move extreme. Shortcut to your dreams. I float straight to the stars on that flying thing. Getting snowblind games. Pikachu and Chickapoo in the world beyond. Got a beat, got a heat on the phony string. Tear your world apart. Once the magic starts. Do you really wanna taste it? What's going on must come down. Baby, you're losing ground. You soon become the mirror. Realize the whole is wrong with you. Dancing with your blinkers on. Throw your dough, the invisible bone. And put your jet in gear. Anything to get you out of here. Gotta go hit that ride to the setting sun. I gotta leave this mess behind. Gotta cruise on the blues, got a life to find. What you need is there to read on a dotted line. Welcome to the show. Do you really wanna taste it? What's going on must come down. Baby, you're losing ground. You soon become the mirror. Realize the whole is wrong with you. Dancing with your blinkers on. Throw your dough, the invisible bone. Devil in disguise. Do you really wanna taste it? What's going on must come down. Baby, you're losing ground. You soon become the mirror. Realize the whole is wrong with you. Dancing with your blinkers on. Throw your dough, the invisible bone. Do you really wanna taste it? What's going on must come down. Baby, you're losing ground. You soon become the mirror. Realize the whole is wrong with you. Dancing with your blinkers on. Throw your dough, the invisible bone.
So I found this place where fast and this race. I got it for the odds. Wanna replace all my big ways, but I might collapse. They said try it, but I don't buy it. This is in you made. Wouldn't be quiet, but tired of tired. Gotta love the pain. A little less of me. Why reduce myself? Keep on running, I'll look sudden and they'll be a little less of me. Why reduce myself? All this hustle just for muscle. I'll be less of me.
just for muscle. I'll be less of me. Hush, child, the darkness will rise from the deep and carry it out into sleep, child. The darkness will rise from the deep and carry it out into sleep. The sun, I'll shape your belief, and you'll always know that your father's a thief, and you won't understand the cause of your grief, but you'll always follow the voices beneath. Guileless son, your spirit will hate her, the flower who married my brother, the traitor, and you will expose his puppet behavior, for you are the proof of how we betrayed her loyalty. Hush, child, the darkness will rise from the deep and carry it out into sleep, child. The darkness will rise from the deep and carry it out into sleep. Guileless son, each day you grow older, each moment I'm watching my vengeance unfold. For the child of my body, the flesh of my soul will die in returning the birthright he stole. Hush, child, the darkness will rise from the deep and carry it out into sleep, child. The darkness will rise from the deep and carry it out into
Alrighty, good evening, guys. We've made it back from a 3-mile hike tonight. It was pretty intense, but we are here for a bit more tonight, celebrating 360 Dragon Nights here for a lovely full circle of that, Arctic Thunder, and a lovely, fantastic time. So, get some more good, fun stuff in soon. Celebrate a lovely time. We're thankful for that, and we'll have a great time of it now to some Jurassic Park and other such. So, thank you again for lovely 360 Dragon Nights there. Very lovely, lovely stuff. It's a little more Arctic Thunder, excellent fun here tonight. Alrighty, guys, cheers to that 360 Dragon Nights. Let's keep it going on to Streamiversary very soon. Alrighty, so Jurassic Park here a little bit. Now maybe we get to some Shadow of War or something like that. That was a promise on today's programming. We got to The Witcher already, at least today. We'll read some Spoon River Anthology, whatever we get into as well. Ready to fire Monkey Debut for Hunt. We could get to that a little bit tonight, but I want to do some Shadow of War as well, so go to that brutal difficulty. We'll see. But for now, let's enjoy Jurassic Park chapter. Have a good time of that. And then we shall pick it up more. Terror Tuesday tomorrow. Got a full schedule for things tomorrow as well. But enjoy a little bit more here tonight because it is a special night, special celebration. 360 Dragon Nights in about a year for a full circle. And then we'll get to 365 Dragon Nights later in the week. Celebration for that as well. So check that out. Have a lovely time of it. Dragon Champions for now. Look at other things in the live scene soon. Let's enjoy Jurassic Park chapter for right now, though. Good to go for some of that. And a fantastic time it shall be. So welcome on back. Everything looking good. Everything we need. And here we are leaving off. What don't you care about? Anything, Malcolm said, because everything looks different on the other side. And he smiled. On to chapter Descent. We are on to the Descent. Here we go. Let us descend. You're crazy, Gennaro said to Ellie Sattler, watching as she squeezed backward into the rabbit hole, stretching her arms forward. You're crazy to do that. She smiled. Probably, she said. She reached forward with her outstretched hands and pushed backward against the sides of the hole, and suddenly she was gone. The hole gaped black. Gennaro began to sweat. He turned to Muldoon, who was standing by the jeep. I'm not doing this, he said. Yes, you are. I can't do this. I can't. They're waiting for you, Muldoon said. You have to. Christ only knows what's down there, Gennaro said. I'm telling you, I can't do it. You have to. Gennaro turned away, looking at the hole. Looked back. I can't. You can't make me. I suppose not, Muldoon said. He held up the stainless steel prod. Ever felt a shot stick? No, doesn't do much, Muldoon said. Almost never fatal. Gennaro generally knocks you flat. Perhaps loosens your bowels. But it doesn't usually have any permanent effect. At least not on dinos. But then people are much smaller. Gennaro looked at the stick. You wouldn't. I think you'd better go down and count those animals, Muldoon said, and you better hurry. Gennaro looked back at the hole, at the black opening, a mouth in the earth. Then he looked at Muldoon, standing there, large and impassive. Gennaro was sweating and lightheaded. He started walking toward the hole. From a distance it appeared small, but as he came closer it seemed to grow larger. That's it, Muldoon said. Gennaro climbed backward into the hole, but he began to feel too frightened to continue that way. The idea of backing into the unknown filled him with dread. So at the last minute he turned around and climbed headfirst into the hole, extending his arms forward and kicking his feet, because at least he would see where he was going. He pulled the gas mask over his face. And suddenly he was rushing forward, sliding into blackness, seeing the dirt walls disappear into darkness before him. And then the walls became narrower, much narrower, terrifyingly narrow. Steadily worse and worse. That crushed the air out of his lungs, and he was only dimly aware that the tunnel tilted slightly upward, along the path, shifting his body, leaving him gasping and seeing spots before his eyes, and the pain was extreme. And then suddenly, the tunnel tilted downward again, and it became wider, and Gennaro felt rough surfaces, concrete, and cold air. His body was suddenly free, and bouncing, tumbling on concrete, and then he fell. Alright, 3-star asterisk. Breaking the chapter. On to the next part. Right here. Voices in the darkness. fingers touching him, reaching forward from the whispered voices. The air was cold like a cave. Okay? He looks okay, yes. He's breathing. Fine. A female hand caressing his face. It was Ellie. Can you hear? She whispered. Why is everybody whispering? He said. Because, she pointed. Gennaro turned, rolled, got slowly to his feet. He stared at his vision as his vision grew accustomed to the darkness. But the first thing that he saw, gleaming in the darkness, was eyes. Glowing green eyes. Dozens of eyes all around him. He was on a concrete ledge, a kind of embankment about 7 feet above the floor. Large steel junction boxes provided a makeshift hiding place, protecting them from the view of the 2 full-size velociraptors that stood directly before them, not 5 feet away. The animals were dark green with brownish tiger stripes. They stood upright, balancing on their stiff extended tails. They were totally silent, looking around watchfully with large, dark eyes. At the feet of the adults, baby velociraptors skittered and chirped. Farther back in the darkness, juveniles tumbled and played, giving short snarls and growls. Gennaro did not dare to breathe. 2 raptors. Crouched on the ledge, he was only a foot or 2 above the animal's head's height. The raptors were edgy, their heads jerking nervously up and down. From time to time, they snorted impatiently. Then they moved off, turning back toward the main group. As his eyes adjusted, Gennaro could now see that they were in some kind of an enormous underground structure. But it was man-made. There were seams of poured concrete and the nubs of protruding steel rods. And within this vast echoing space were many animals. Gennaro guessed at least 30 raptors, perhaps more. It's a colony, Grant said, whispering. 4 or 6 adults. The rest juveniles and infants. At least 2 hatchlings. 1 last year and 1 this year. These babies look about 4 months old, probably hatched in April. One of the babies, curious, scampered up on the ledge and came toward them, squeaking. It was now only 10 feet away. Oh, Jesus, Gennaro said, but immediately one of the adults came forward, raised its head, and gently nudged the baby to turn back. The baby chittered a protest and hopped up to stand on the snout of the adult. The adult moved slowly, allowing the baby to climb over its head, down its neck, onto its back. From that protruded spot, the infant turned and chirped noisily at the 3 intruders. The adults still did not seem to notice them at all. I don't get it, Gennaro whispered. Why aren't they attacking? Grant shook his head. They must not see us. And there aren't any eggs at the moment. Makes them more relaxed. Relaxed? Gennaro said. How long do we have to stay here? Long enough to do the count, Grant said. As Grant saw it, there were 3 nests, attended by 3 sets of parents. The division of territory was centered roughly around the nest, although the offspring seemed to overlap and run into different territories. The adults were benign with the young ones and tougher with the juveniles, occasionally snapping at the older animals when their play got too rough. At that moment, a juvenile raptor came up to Ellie and rubbed his head against her leg. She looked down and saw the leather collar with the black box. It was damp in one place, and it had chafed the skin of the young woman's neck. The juvenile whimpered. In the big room below, one of the adults turned curiously toward the sound. You think I can take it off? She asked. Just do it quickly. Okay, she said, squatting beside the small animal. It whimpered again. The adults snorted, bobbing their heads. Ellie petted the little juvenile, trying to soothe it. To silence its whimpering, she moved her hands toward the leather collar, lifted back the Velcro tab with a tearing sound. The adults jerked their heads. Then one began to walk toward her. "Oh, shit," Gennaro said under his breath. "Don't move," Grant said. "Stay calm." The adult walked past them, its long curved toes clicking on the concrete. The animal paused in front of Ellie, who stayed crouched by the juvenile behind a steel box. The juvenile was exposed, and Ellie's hand was still on the collar. The adult raised its head and snuffed the air. The adult's big head was very close to her hand, but it could not see her because of the junction box. A tongue flicked out tentatively. Grant reached for a gas grenade, plucked it from his belt, held his thumb on the pin. Gennaro put out a restraining hand, shook his head, nodded to Ellie. She wasn't wearing her mask. Grant set the grenade down, reached for the shock prod. The adult was still very close to Ellie. Ellie eased the leather strap off. The metal of the buckle clinked on concrete. The adult's head jerked fractionally, and then cocked to one side, curious. It was moving forward again to investigate, when the little juvenile squeaked happily and scampered away. The adult remained by Ellie. Then, finally, it turned and walked back to the center of the nest. Gennaro gave a long exhalation. "Jesus, can we leave?" "No," Grant said, "but I think we can get some work done now." In the phosphorescent green glow of the night vision goggles, Grant peered down into the room from the ledge, looking at the first nest. It was made of mud and straw, formed into a broad, shallow basket shape. He counted the remains of 14 eggs. Of course, he couldn't shape the actual shells from the distance, and in any case, they were long since broken and scattered over the floor. But he was able to count the indentations in the mud. Apparently, the raptors made their nests shortly before the eggs were laid, and the eggs left a permanent impression in the mud. He also saw evidence that at least one had broken. He's credited 13 animals. Yeah, credited 13 animals. The second nest had broken in half, but Grant estimated it had contained 9 eggshells. The third nest had 15 eggs, but it appeared that the 3 eggs had been broken early. "What's the total?" Gennaro said. 34 born, Grant said. "And how many do you see?" Grant shook his head. The animals were running all over the cavernous interior space, darting in and out of the light. "I've been watching," Ellie said, shining her light down at her notepad. "You'd have to take photos to be sure, but the snout markings of the infants are all different. My count is 33. And juveniles, 22. But, Alan, do you notice anything funny about them?" "Like what?" Grant whispered. "How they arrange themselves spatially. They're falling into some kind of a pattern or arrangement in the room." Grant frowned. He said, "It's pretty dark." "No, look. Look for yourself. Watch the little ones. When they are playing, they tumble and run every which way. But in between, when the babies are standing around, notice how they orient their bodies. They face either that wall or the opposite wall. It's like they line up. I don't know, Ellie. You think there's a colony metastructure, like bees?" "No, not exactly," she said. "It's more subtle than that. It's just a tendency." "And the babies do it?" "No, they all do it. The adults do it too. Watch them. I'm telling you, they line up." Grant frowned. It seemed as if she was right. The animals engaged in all sorts of behavior. But during pauses, moments when they are watching or relaxing, they seem to orient themselves in particular ways, almost as if they were invisible lines on the floor. "Beats me," Grant said. "Maybe there's a breeze." "I don't feel one, Alan." "What are they doing? Some kind of social organization expressed as spatial structure?" "That doesn't make sense," she said, "because they all do it." Gennaro flipped up his watch. "I knew this thing would come in handy one day." Beneath the watch face was a compass. Grant said, "You have much use for that in court?" "No." Gennaro shook his head. "My wife gave it to me," he explained, "for my birthday." He peered at the compass. "Well," he said, "they're not lined up according to anything. I guess they're sort of northeast-southwest, something like that." Ellie said, "Maybe they're hearing something, turning their heads so they can hear." Grant frowned. "Or maybe it's just ritual behavior," she said. "Species-specific behavior that serves to identify them to one another. But maybe it doesn't have any broader meaning," Ellie sighed. "Or maybe they're weird. Maybe dinosaurs are weird. Or maybe it's a kind of communication." Grant was thinking the same thing. Bees could communicate spatially by doing a kind of dance. Perhaps dinosaurs could do the same thing. Gennaro watched them and said, "Why don't they go outside? They're nocturnal." "Yes, but it almost seems like they're hiding." Grant shrugged, and the next moment the infants began to squeak and hop excitedly. The adults watched curiously for a moment, and then, with hoots and cries that echoed in the dark cavernous space, all the dinosaurs wheeled and ran, heading down the concrete tunnel into the darkness beyond. That'll do it for Descent. We'll get to Chapter Hammond on Wondrous Wednesday. Look forward to that, guys. Alrighty, we have a little bit of time here for some good Shadow of War, other things. We should read a little Spooner Anthology as well. We'll get started for something else here. And let's mark how many chapters we have left in Jurassic Park. We are coming to pretty close to the end here. So, go ahead and bookmark here, just so we can keep track. When we have the finale of Jurassic Park, we've got Hammond, 1, 2, so yeah, a lot of short chapters to come, so they're short, but for the epilogue, yeah, really the last 4 chapters, and that is it. So, we shall be getting to the very last bits of Jurassic Park, guys. The very, very brief amounts to go. 3 chapters, then an epilogue, 4th chapter to go. So we will enjoy that. Get to a little spoon over here as well tonight. And once more for the live scene, we see what is next here for tonight. Get some good Shadow War. Looks the most plausible. Be a bit tired to be a good partner and hunt tonight anyway, unless someone really wanted to play. So just to celebrate fun stuff. Set the tip jar tomorrow, Terror Tuesday, lovely time. For 360 Dragon Knights for first year streamed. Absolutely. Alrighty, should be good for now, guys. Let us see what is next. All the groups and other things. Bring them over. Yep, most friends got off already. Had Vendetta on, had Romo on. They got off. Of hunt. Shadow of War it is then. Good time for that. Last play before Halloween, so we have not returned in quite a while. Let's get back to some of that then, huh? Absolutely. A good time for that. So Shadow of War, but doesn't really emphasize it here too much, so I guess I won't post that. That's okay. We will do a little mention here. Yeah, last time we played, October 25th. The official Discord. That's nice. Brutal, yeah. Funny emotes in the server. hammering out. Pretty funny once you. Alright, get to some of that for now. That'll be fine. Alright, Shadow of War this, guys. Quite a long time coming back to this. Shall get to it now. Right about now. Okay, there we go. Level 7, huh? Alright, a good return we go. Have a great time of it. We are ready. October 25th, turning to it right now. That will be fine. Let's turn it up to brutal after probably one captain interaction. Get to other captains and see about that. As for Spoon River Anthology, let's read the quick one there. Road slave, selling shoes and gingham, flour and bacon, overalls, clothing all day long, for 14 hours a day, for 313 days, for more than 20 years, saying yes'm and yes sir and thank you 1,000 times a day, and all for $50 a month, living in the stinking room in the Rattletrap commercial, and compelled to go to Sunday school and to listen to the Reverend Abner Pete 104 times a year for more than an hour at a time because Thomas Rhodes ran the church as well as the store and the bank. So while I was tying my necktie that morning, I suddenly saw myself in the glass, my hair all gray, my face like a sodden pie. So I cursed and cursed. You damned old thing, you cowardly dog, you rotten pauper, you Rhodes slave. Till Roger Bogham thought I was having a fight with someone and looked through the transom just in time to see me fall on the floor in a heap from a broken vein in my head. That is that. Okay, make a little note there. I'll adjust that, continue to develop it. Be a while till we can perform that on stage, but we'll get to it at some good point. Alright, on we go, guys. See about some of this Shadow of War tonight. Absolutely. Not too hot, not too bad. We gotta get to Century some point too, because the XP boost was running out after tomorrow. Didn't really get to get back to it, but yeah, so I have some fun stuff. Shadow of War tonight. Shift tab not working. Alright, let's get to it, guys. Everything working, everything great. Shadow of War. Get to other difficulty yet later. You turn that off, you wouldn't even see the name of the the orc. That's kind of weird. You just have a random orc. I'm glad to keep a lot of these things on. It doesn't make sense, such as the follower saviors and such. Why would you turn that off? That does not make sense to turn a lot of this stuff off. I'm not even gonna mess with that. Alright, we're picking up here from the epilogue. 93% complete. Blade of Galadriel and Desolation of Mordor are the main DLCs I want to get to. I think there's a little more besides that, such as a couple of orc tribes. But yeah, Blade of Galadriel, Desolation of Mordor, we shall certainly get to later. Baranor with no Ring of Power and 1 life. Galadriel also with Celebrimbor there. So we'll see which one we get to first. We'll get to one of them soon. A little more stuff to do in the epilogue for full percentage completion and achievements and all. But we just basically want to have the fun time. Go through it naturally. And turned up to brutal difficulty after the first captain encounter here, since I realized you can't really do a whole new playthrough in a different difficulty like I was kind of expecting to, but that's just not the way it's designed, so we're not going to clear the whole save file just to play it again, different difficulty. It's not really even an achievement to beat it, any difficulty, so just enjoy it naturally. A bit more in the epilogue here. It's a great game. I haven't played in too long, three months now. Got the Nazgul armor, the Vendetta armor. Let me just check the difficulty here. We're on normal. The first playthrough, decided not to do easy. Glad for that. But yeah, normal is fine. We'll turn it up. Nemesis don't need. Gravewalker don't need. Brutal seems to be the best one to turn it up to after normal. So could experiment with these another time. For now, we're going from normal to brutal. Let's at least get one captain interaction to warm up. It's been 3 months. Let me get used to things a little bit again. We can do the final mission again here at any point. Siege of Gashgore. But there should be some other stuff to do in the meantime. Such as a captain right there. Alright. So let's go from here to there, I guess. Huh. There we go. Alright. I got the Drake to summon other lovely stuff like that. Let's find our captain.
I am darkness now.
Have a great time.
I have not fallen under the dominion of the Witch King. My fight goes on.
And we got the full set here. Mostly a Vendetta stuff. Yeah, level 54. We keep doing the prestiges here. A good amount. Get this captain here. And yeah, pretty much set Vendetta armor. It's good for me. I have some parts of... Whoops. I have some things of other sets, such as, yeah, Terror, 3 out of 6, Ring Wraith, you get automatically, I guess. But, yeah, mostly Vendetta at the moment. Got 5 out of 6, I do have the full Vendetta. 5 out of 6 Marauder, Feral, Dark. We have not added these other 2 DLC tribes, that's why these spaces are blank here. That is for the Outlaw tribe or such, and the Butcher tribe, something like that. So we'll get those at some point. But I've been pretty happy with the Vendetta all the way through. We'll keep that up a little bit here. Let's see how it goes this regular Captain Normal. And then we can change things up as needed as we go to Brutal. And have a great time of that. So check it out. Get warmed up a bit. It's been a while. Alright, 2 Drakes for the price of 1. Good enough there. Let's see if I remember how to move it on. The photo editor, of course, one of my absolute favorite things about this game. I mean, the photo view. Some really nice shots here. It's really nice for all of these things, so I'll carry on for now. Get this captain and see what else there is to do besides just doing the last siege over and over again. I don't think that would really make any progress. But the captain here moved positions, so we're gonna go to him there. I'm not gonna keep going back and forth trying to find him. I'm just gonna fly to him, and then we'll go to other locations. See if there's more things to do like that. We can do the pit fights. We can do a few more things. Get more set things. Get from captains and other overlords. I guess we could keep doing the siege, but that one makes sense to do for now. So let's do a captain normal now, and then we'll take it to brutal difficulty. See if that changes it quite a bit. Let's see. Alright, captain here. Where is he? No, inverted flying. They died. Pretty powerful by now. Just need to find what I'm looking for. Captain is somewhere around here. Seek him out. Don't know what. Oh, that's the tower. There's a big drag there. There's the pits. There he is. Level 51. Narug Longtooth, no intel on him, but vigilant against stealth and beast proof, so he's not going to take much damage from the Drake, even though it's only immune to Karagors and Grog, but no, it's actually all beasts, I think. And curse. I don't have many curse attacks anyway. He looks pretty tough. Italian's level compared to 51. We're basically evenly matched, so we'll see how it goes. See if it does any fire damage. Start here. At least get his Caragor. Yeah, he doesn't take any fire damage from the Drake for the most part. So. And the spiders probably won't do much either, but I'll summon some spiders anyway. See if they do much. I don't want to burn my own spiders, but might be what happens here. Let me at least get his relief out of the way. It's pretty cool. The Ring Wraith Italian. The sword and all, to enjoy that. Okay. Take care of a few of these archers. Oh, he's taking damage from something. Summon reinforcements. I could get intel there from this one. That might be helpful, actually. Come on back here. Come on back. Whoops, not what I wanted to do. That's gonna happen. Yep, there goes that intel. There's a lot of others, though. Let me just get one real quick. Reveal his weaknesses. It's a good thing to do. Alright, let's take a look here. So, current captain I'm after. No, current captain I'm after. I don't really see much reason to recruit anyone anymore for the final siege, so go ahead and death threat him, I guess. I forgot, does that reveal his intel also? That creates a separate mission though, and he's right here. So that wasn't actually that helpful. Does that reveal his intel? No. It just is a separate thing for the worm, basically. So I need to go ahead and get another one. Back on my Drake. Extra monies here. There's some help there, Drake. Feastin's lovely, lovely feast. Look at that. Nice view there. Alright. How about intel over here? He was pretty low, actually. I probably don't need it, but it's whatever. I've got to do a few things here. Alright, now we'll get his intel. Range attacks, execute, and fire after all. So, takes less fire damage from the Drake's fire, but we have some fire skills we could turn on as well. I don't know if it's worth it just for him, but brutal, we might want to be more careful. For another captain here. Could go to the Vendetta mission. Is he still in the area? Can't really tell if he's still in the area or not. Good looking sword though. Alright. Where are you? Oh, he went all the way to the Vendetta mission, yeah. I mean the death threat mission. So I'm gonna have to follow him there after all. Alright, back to a drink. We'll head on back to that. That's fine. See some things in a bit. Looking good. Brought him back to full health when I could have just killed him there, but you get some bonus speed and such from it. Alrighty. Computer a little hot. Turn it up just in case. Alright, let us take care of that death threat then for a fantastic go of it.
Naru is nearby.
Let's see. And they always bug out in Death Threat. I can't brand anyone. It's really weird. Try to brand him, but got rid of my bodyguard for now. Long too. Yeah. Alright, got my spiders instead.
Laughing at Longtooth. Are you fliggering?
Let's see. Too much. Drake came in really low there. That's interesting. It's the ground Drake, apparently. I think he's supposed to get that low. That's funny. Yeah, that'll make it easier. I think he's stuck in the wall here. Oh well, I'll let him do his thing and fight him normally. Good luck, Drake. Something bugged out on you. Since there's no reason to recruit at this point into the game. Not too long a mission, but a bit better than the first one. Alright, there we go. Last normal or captain.
I bit off more than I could chew.
The Drake is really up and personal here. Look at this Drake! What is happening? Nice picture, at least. There'll be celebration here on the Dragon's Roost. My goodness. I don't know about that, guys, but it's certainly interesting, that's for sure. Put a screenshot of that. Oh, man. That's pretty funny. Alright, got him. Death Threat honored with the black blood of the Orc. My last normal captain for now. Let's see where else then. Oh, some nice level up there. Additional skills. That was my Overlord. More captains in the region though. Might as well keep getting them. You're right there, Drakey. Grounded Drake. I think it's because of where I spawned him, maybe near the cave or something. That is funny. Alright, officially turning it up to Brutal then. That was the last fight in normal. Let's see how we do. Skipping Nemesis, skipping Gravewalker, straight to Brutal. Fast, intelligent, and lethal as on Gravewalker, but your damage is greatly increased and Might and Wrath meters fill faster, allowing you to use more special moves. You have one last chance by default. Alright, should be fun. Switch from normal to brutal. Here we go, we're officially set. Apply settings. Okay, should be live and active right away. Let's get to that next captain then. Let's see where we go. I don't think I can take him much anywhere, so just carry on naturally. Got some mic bar up. I'm going to use that. Let me see where the next captain is, though. Next captain close to me. Yeah, there's one right here. Might as well enjoy some regular captain play. Get to those DLCs later. Not too sure the best way to get all the set stuff, but not really much reason to get it if we're already done with the game. What do they got here? Nice one. Resurrection, of course. Also pretty cool. No reason to really brand anyone anymore, so I guess I'll just take that off the list. Unless it gets really hard on Brutal all of a sudden. We'll see. summon another Drake. So I shall. Oh, he's already summoned back there. Same one. Grounded Drake. That is pretty funny. I don't think there's any way to help him out with that. So what about his natural life as a ground dragon? Not the greatest. It's a good picture, though. Get through the mountain, I guess. Can never stealth brand Olags, but I can combat brand them now. That's at least better. Yeah, I do like to combat brand them now. It's pretty fun. Well, that's a different one. Use the glaive. We gotta use the glaive again. Ah! Traded. Oh, look at that damage now. Yeah, brutal damage. Quite something else. Whew. I was trying to time the glaive. I didn't quite have a chance. Alright, combat brand. Hold on. I better be careful there. Will cut me down pretty quick. Time to get on him. Trying to get to this captain here. I'm not too concerned with the regular soldiers. That should be good though. So. Alright, let's see about him. Could do another death threat, but I should probably start with the intel instead of doing the death threat first. Flammable, stealth, beast fodder. Could actually stealth kill him with the Caragor. That would be fun. Like that. Green-eyed Caragor. It's pretty cool. I do want to try another set at some point, but since I'm used to Vendetta, we just started brutal difficulty. We might as well stick with this one for a little while. Got that Witch King roll in the Shadow War Discord. Very lovely. I had a really great conversation with some of the players and such there. Too bad they didn't come back after one chat. Oh well. I'll let him out of there. There we go. But yeah, I wanted to play this for a long time. It's great to play it properly now. It really makes all the difference having proper equipment, good computer. Lovely gladiator here, making all the difference. Get to some pit fights, gladiator fun as well. Alright, I might not be able to get to the captain through this tunnel here. I'm always getting lost in the tunnel. I don't really see an exit here. Let me try though. There's a way out here. He's somewhere back there further. It's funny, I'm jumping on the parts. Yeah, some really nice movement in the game for sure. Do enjoy it. Really like the hammer too. It's nice to have a break from the bow. Use the hammer. I just need to get another set one or something. Go to full Nazgul armor set. Remember the exact benefits of that. Let's read about it again. Revenants at 2. 4 is 20 health when a nearby undead follower dies. So that's if you're dying a lot, you can do full ring rape. At the moment I have, 4 out of 4 for that, 2 out of 2 for Iron Guard summon Revenants. Huh. I don't know if that works for the spiders I have then. So I'm using the spiders right now. It said Call Followers and Iron Guard. The spider summon is... where again? The spider summon is right... where the bodyguard was. I'm always losing track of this one. Yeah, here we go. Call Followers and Iron Guard summon Revenants. So... would the spiders also summon the Revenants? It says Call Followers and Iron Guard. So maybe I'm supposed to use that for now. Spiders can wait, you know, and I like the bodyguard, of course, but doesn't seem to be the best benefit at the moment. Purple logs. Oh, they're mine. They're my log. I thought they were a bit too friendly. Oh.
What fun! You brought along a pet! What do you call it? Scream its
All right.
name as I put it.
Ambush on the way to other captain here. This will be our first brutal encounter. Let's see how it goes. Oh yeah, we got it. It's a beast killer. Oh, he's so blind. Whoa! Easy there, camera. Ah, here is the beast killer. What a bastard. Some of those Iron Guard now, man. Where's my execution? Iron Guard are here. There they are. Does not want to get stunned for very long. Gotta take full advantage of it while I can. I'll eventually adapt to that, so it's the best way to fight defenders, though. Ah, there we go. Not too bad. Alright, first brutal captain. Not much different in this case. Oh, but he is enraged. He's not dead yet. He is not dead yet! Don't get overconfident. Shit. Sacrifice yourself for your master. Yep, there's the adaptation. Alright, good enough. Headshot. Gotta work with what you have. When they adapt like that, it eventually becomes extremely difficult to kill them if you don't use all the tools in your arsenal. So, alright, well, I got pretty much most of the things I wanted. We might need other things at some point. We need champions in the fighter pits of Morgul for this captain's resurrection. That'd be pretty cool. Resurrect some captains to fight if they die in a siege or such. Don't really need it at this point, but yeah, that's for the fight pits. So we'll get to that at some point. For now, I've just been doing critical hit damage, trying to get at least a %. Oh yeah, it does more. Wait, it does less every time you get it. It keeps doing less actually. So maybe we'll stop that pretty soon, do another one. But 15 is a good level for now. Got a lot of prestige level. Actually, I guess you get a lot of levels at the end. Alright, on the way to the captain still. See if brutal gives me a little bit of a higher challenge. It's not the hardest difficulty, it just seemed like harder for sure than normal and a bit more fun, more dynamic. Oh, more ambushes apparently. Cheated death, betrayal. His dialogue is not working for whatever reason, but I guess I get the idea. He's trying to talk. I don't understand the words. Some weird bugs tonight. Oh well. Yeah, a really long speech. None of it actually is audible. I don't know. Gee, he might be stuck in dialogue mode. I don't talk for this long. Okay. Jeez, that was weird. Weird stuff tonight. Oh. Pull him off. I think I still have that ability to... Oh, shit. To pull them to you, but not necessary anymore. A few of those. Yeah, he's deranged. He probably just makes weird noises. There we go. That's what I wanted to do. Fun. frostproof, so I should probably switch that off real quick. That would be my vault. The frost touch. Ice storm. Yeah, that's a pretty good one. Where is the vault there? So the harder things keep track of you. Alright, we could do a hammer. It's eagle is decent movement. Waters is instantly flash past enemies. What? Let's combine with that and upgraded dodge. Try the eagle for a bit, since he's immune to frost and all. Oh man, one hit is all it takes now. And my last chance I used up earlier, so a slave kill. Attack.
Easy.
Yeah, brutal, definitely increasing the damage, so you gotta be a bit more careful. Trading hits and all. But it's fun. That's definitely part of the game, is to get deaths of that. Oh, duel. Invalid string ID. The captain. 3 pretty funny bugs tonight. Always nice to see a slave as a captain, so that's fun. You get to level up for not dying. The ambush. It's non-dialogue ambush. Alright, things there. Let's try to get at least one more for tonight then.
If my forts are lost, then so too is Mordor. If Mordor is lost, then nothing stands in his way.
Alright guys, since no chatters tonight, I'm just gonna do some mobile streams or focus on being Terror Tuesday tomorrow. Let's do one more captain for the night though to make it worth it for this good Shadow of War session. And some fun Jurassic Park as well, but we'll be back to a full Terror Tuesday tomorrow. Hope for some better chats and such. Already got this, it's letting me do it again. What is going on? The epilogue is just more buggy, it makes sense. Alright, one more captain. Whoever's close by. And it's him again, so rematch here, see if we can get him around. Brutal, definitely closer to its namesake, so brutal, understandably brutal. That's fine. That is fine, though. Guitar. Yeah, I missed it, I missed the atmosphere, the characters. Some pretty cool Bard, Uruks, and such like that out there. Let me try this vault. I didn't get the chance to really. Wait. How does it work? Let me see. There it is. Alright, you just have to right click after that. That's what it's supposed to do. Whoa! Yeah, they do pack quite a wall up now. It'll make me get better though. Prepare for the DLCs basically. One last chance, and you have to get it back by basically advancing time or something like that. Oh man. Unless you do skills and things for more last chances, but I feel like one is a good starting. A good balance for now. To the fire you go. Delicious. Summon them all. Ready? Try another set here pretty soon, just to give it a try. I probably don't want to trade too much health in brutal mode. Doesn't make as much difference because you don't have, can't really take as many hits. But let's see. Bad idea to engage with these peons here. But some sort of action. Oh boy. That's a bad move. It gets you skewered there really quickly, so it's best to avoid that if possible. Poison and all. Poison fire. Where's that captain? Oh, he's here. Use the force. I gotta upload that one screenshot tonight. That was funny. Ah, look at this. Permanent Wraithform. Hello there. That's funny. Let's see what else. Alright, Captain. We meet again. Is he immune to stealth? Frostproof and Beastproof. That's his thing. And Iron Will, so even if I wanted to dominate him, so I think it's possible. There it is.
Pathetic outfit, Tart. Glad I got out when I did. Now it's time for you to lead.
Forsaken. Come on over. What are they fighting there? Get that firestorm. Boom. Just gonna take my time with it. Rage. Oh! Burn! Burn! This is my favorite other ones. Was the burn. Alright. Good for now then, guys. A fun little interaction. Head out for the night. Hope some good chats of the fun tomorrow. It's still fun to come on a bit for tonight anyway, so. Looking forward to it. More stuff tomorrow. Fun couple hours today. If we have some longer stream duration for tomorrow. I get to all the things we didn't get to tonight. Another great fun. Soon to come. That will be fantastic. Let's see if I can find that one other thing that reminded me of burning him at the end there. That was pretty exciting. Do that bitch mark all soon. Yeah, back to Shadow of War soon. Really looking forward to picking it up. Let me see if I can find that one of my favorite videos. The Uruk. Should be somewhere here. All final speeches. It's kind of funny. Yeah, Lord of Mordor speeches, that's what it's called. That'd be fun to watch real quick. Let's see that one. Yeah, one at the end, this guy, he doesn't talk at all. He's the crazy one. He doesn't talk.
The gift of
It's pretty fun.
man! Snuff is flying with the blood of the Uruk-hai!
Let's see that.
Burn. Name. Kill them all.
Yeah, pretty fun bit there. That's from Uruk's Hollow, good channel. The Shadow of War Discord as well. Pretty fun stuff there. Yeah, you can see him here. He's around. Alright, catch you guys tomorrow. Gonna be great Terror Tuesday. Looking forward to it. I will see you then. Gonna be great fun. Until then, guys, good night. Take care. Be with you soon tomorrow. Good night. Until then, guys, good night. Take care. Be with you soon tomorrow. Good night. Until then, guys, good night. Take care. Be with you soon tomorrow.